what keeps most people stuck is the why does the past keep repeating itself? Because your past self hasn't been integrated yet, and the past self is still making the decisions. And I think the goal should be to listen to your future self or your highest self or what's best for your future, whatever angle you look at it, because that knows best. Like now, 30-year-old Ben could tell 6-year-old Ben, don't give him fucking grapes. Go do your what you want to do, right? So I think it's about integrating your past self and tending to those needs while, you know, looking at the future. But all that's only done in the present moment because there is no past and there is no future. There's only the present. The present is such a powerful place. And I think the most successful people get pulled towards the future, right? It's not about resisting the past or resisting. It just, I think this is where like release and surrender comes in. It's like being a current of water. You just let go. You're like, I don't know what's going on. I feel like I'm going to die at times. Like water's coming and but like I'm breathing. I'm okay. I'm alive. And it's like going towards that future self of you. And the way that I like to think about it is when I get stuck and when I remember it's, you know, future you on your deathbed at hopefully 120, 150 years old, right? And you're looking back and you're like, what was like the decision that I made that I'm proud of, right? So let's say, for example, you're 30, 31, and it's like, take that risk, approach that girl, right? Take that business opportunity. Like those things are worth more than never doing anything at all. And I think a way to win those board meetings is to make I don't know if I said this earlier, but like make that uncomfortable decision, because usually greatness comes from being uncomfortable and chasing discomfort. And there's a difference between discomfort that is fed from your ego and fed from your soul. And what I've noticed in my experience, the best discomfort is micro discomforts, not this crazy big discomfort that it just ricochets you back, because that's your ego. You know what? I'm scared of approaching girls. I'm going to approach all the girls, the hottest girls all the time. And eventually you're like, you get exhausted. Like I can't do that anymore. Right. But it's like, start conversation with people and then, right. So it's like, just kind of like going a little bit up and up in that sense. But yeah, I really like how you framed that. That was really good. Thank you. I'm going to use that for sure going forward.
Here we go. The pause board meetings are about to be off the charts in the future.
For sure. Yeah.
No, it's interesting. Like I've been thinking about this a lot lately because it's like, how do you integrate your past, present, and future selves?
Yeah, you know what? So my knee-jerk reaction to answering that question is, it's how would you handle any relationship, right? So it's like there's compromise that has to be done. But I think the best relationships are set with intention and then set around truth. And you just follow that no matter how you feel about it, whether you're comfortable or not, right? Because if you look at what your needs are, in a way, your needs don't really matter, because our reaction as people is to be comfortable. We need to be comfortable. But comfort isn't growth. So, you know, for instance, if I, you know, let's say you own a business, right? And you go, I want to double my revenue this year. What do we need to do? We need to make more phone calls. We need to increase the advertising budget. We have to hire more. Those are uncomfortable things that you have to do. So I think the best way to integrate them is to make those compromises, but on the basis of truth and of the end goal of what you want.
And what do you feel like we can do to choose? I mean, because it seems like we're either choosing comfort or we're choosing growth. And you can have one or the other.
I don't agree. You can have both.
You think you can have both?
For sure. For sure. Here's the thing, because this is where I went wrong, is that I thought that growth was extremely uncomfortable. But, you know, how do the people that are the best at their thing become the best at their thing? I'll give you an example. Like, let's say tennis players, right? To be a great tennis player, like you think you go and like every day I'm going to practice 10 hours, I'm blah, blah, blah. But it's like, okay, let's break it down. Like, let's break down a whole game of tennis into like little micro segments. The first thing is the serve. So we're going to practice for 1 month throwing the ball in the air. Then we're going to practice our swing. So if you just take your goal and you break it down really small, The ego doesn't like it. The ego goes, no, I want to do everything at once. But that's unrealistic. That's why it's so uncomfortable, right? Like I lost 80 pounds in the past few years. And it started with, okay, I'm going to walk. Then I'm going to cut out one thing and the next and the next and the next and the next. And I see it kind of like the frog in the hot water where like you put him in hot water, he jumps out, but you put him in cold water and you slowly turn on the heat and he stays there because he's comfortable. So I think it's about taking your goal, breaking it down to really small steps that are very easy to do individually. Some steps may be a little bit harder than others, and give yourself a wider timeline than you think. Don't rush to be a millionaire in a year. Give yourself 10 years. If you go 10 years, yeah, that's what it takes. You want to sustain it? Yeah. Or you could spend 10 years going up and down and never getting anywhere. So choose.